Welcome back to News from Korea. Um, Sadly, this story is related to the very first News from Korea story I did on suicide. Last week, Thursday, the actress, very popular Korean actress, Choi Jin-sil, sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly, committed suicide. Police just released the report on it yesterday. She was 39 years old, was married to a famous baseball player, Cho Sung-min, and they have a son and a daughter, age 7 and 5. They are divorced, so she was living alone with the kids. She was friends with An Jae-hwan, the actor I talked about in the first installment, who committed suicide at 36, and they figure it was due to money pressures. So, according to this article, police yesterday provisionally concluded that Choi Jin-sil, the nation's long-adored iconic actress, impulsively committed suicide Thursday, based on evidence from a preliminary autopsy, her diary, mobile phone records, and statements from her family and close associates. The police statement that they made said the National Institute of Scientific Investigations preliminary autopsy results show that she hanged herself, and all evidence we have gathered so far indicates that she killed herself on the spur of the moment, said an official of the Socho police station. No signs of foul play were found, so the coroner signed off on her strangling herself, hanging herself. They said it will take about 2 weeks to verify whether her death resulted from an intake of drugs or other substances for those tests to come back. Barring that, she hung herself. So I guess the big question now is, why would she do that? 39 years old, still very popular after 2 decades in the business, 2 children. Well, there were a lot of very baseless rumors going around the internet attacking her, alleging that the suicide of An Jae-hwan was her fault. That, yes, he had debts coming out of his ears from bad business decisions. The rumor said he borrowed a lot of money from her, and she put pressure on him to repay or else, and that's what led to his death. They haven't found any truth to that. I have a bit of a problem with the police saying it was an impulsive, a spur-of-the-moment decision after reading the rest of the news story. And I know when An Jae-hwan killed himself, I said, it seems to be the most popular story. This actually is. I actually was around a TV for 2 days this weekend. And if it wasn't the movie channel, this just dominated it. It was every story. Every news channel, that's all, Korean news of course, that's all you saw was this. And I mean, they were trying to get pictures of the dead body, they were trying to get pictures of the grieving family as they were coming out of the funeral. It was disgusting. Makes me glad I don't have a TV. But this is what people want to hear about. See, I mean, you can only fault the media so far, I guess. If this is what people want to see and they're going to watch it, the media is going to bring it. Enjoy. But anyways, sorry. Back to my problem with the spur-of-the-moment thing. Reading the article further, and having some of the news stories translated, they said that Choi agonized over the stuff that was going on, and days before her death expressed suicidal thoughts. The night before her death, she told her manager she felt extremely frustrated that she might not be able to attend her children's sports meeting Friday. Now, the police added, because of the public perception against her amid the rumors, but she didn't actually say that. On Tuesday, I guess she cried all night she went to do a photo shoot for a pharmaceutical commercial. They couldn't finish it. Her face was too swollen due to lack of sleep and crying. She went out for drinks with the head of her entertainment company and told him she wished to die. On the day of her death, she talked with a reporter from a women's magazine, which is strange because her death was at 6:20 in the morning, so on Thursday morning. So she must have talked to the woman pretty friggin' early. Anyway, she told the woman it might be the last time they talk. Please watch over my kids. Please watch my kids growing. I don't know, maybe there were a few crumbs there crying out for help. And after looking at her diary and that, according to investigators, she detailed her daily battles with living as a public figure, trying to maintain her star status in the face of all the false accusations. She says, "I'm a loner and a social outcast, and I feel choked." No pun intended. So now, looking into the allegation, the police have found that there's no evidence that Choi was a loan shark. There's really no evidence that her and An even discussed this. The phone calls, nothing. One thing this has led to is a public outcry over internet libel. The government's now talking about bringing in a law, to punish people who put false rumors and that on the internet. They already have a bit of a law dealing with it, but it's only for government officials, especially during election times. If you put up false rumors or that about someone, you can, and people do go to jail for it here. So they're talking about extending that to protect stars. Really, they need to extend it to protect all people. I've heard of so many foreigners who lived here who said or did something that the Korean netizens did not like, and they made the people's lives hell. Posting their private information on the internet, posting lies about them on the internet, calling their workplace to get them fired. Some of these net Nazis, some of these internet people are freaking insane here. So it would be nice to see something done to curb them. But I mean, what can you do? It's a little easier in Korea for a Korean because most sites require that you register with your national ID number, kind of like your social insurance, social security number. So when you register for a website, when you register your email, they know it's your number. But of course, you could always get someone else's number, blah, blah, blah. The concern is it would hamper freedom of expression, but freedom of expression to lie and destroy someone's life? Give me a break. Your right to throw your fist ends at my face. No right is completely overriding. There should be some recourse, some protection from this crap happening. But it's hard to say what really drove her to suicide. Did that do it? I don't know. Did it have an effect on it? Oh, most likely. I know there was an expat who used to work in Korea, Sean or something, and he wrote a book about life in Korea and that. And he moved to China, and there were some people who said and did some nasty stuff towards the guy. And he ended up jumping off a building and killing himself. Did they cause his death? No. I don't think he went, ooh, so-and-so said this, boom, I'm going to kill myself. Did they contribute to it? Well, he had a problem with depression that he needed medication for. Stuff like that does contribute to it. Happens everywhere. Anyways, I hope you have a better weekend. I hope you have a good day. And hopefully my next story won't be as depressing as this. Take care.